All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to, I think it's the final game of the fourth round. Is that right?
That is correct.
Final
Final
game of
game,
the
round
fourth round.
four.
We have a Zerg versus Terran today. Our Zerg player is ducK, the orange Zerg in the upper right-hand corner. Our Terran is the Brotoss in the bottom left-hand corner, and the map is Backwater Gulch.
And apparently, ducK is not prepared,
Duck,
according to the Brotoss.
yeah.
What is coming this way?
Well, it's going to be interesting to see how this match plays out, and I'm pretty excited. It
Yeah,
should be a
at
good one.
present, ducK is comfortably in the lead in the league, despite having played 3 less games than everyone else in the top four.
Yeah.
So
I
I don't
think
think he's too concerned about how this is going to play
I
out.
think I'm in front of him right now, but that's just because I have played 3 more games than he has.
Oh yeah, you might be right about that. And I'm like 1 or 2 behind.
Yeah, but
Uh, but
still,
again, he's
I
about to
mean,
play 3 more.
he's lost 1 game right now, and it was basically,
That was when he spine crawler rushed.
yeah, it was actually a very brilliant play by Crazian, and it was a base race situation. So, yeah,
In fact, it's probably one of my favorite games in the whole LIG. Highly recommend everyone check it out.
it's
ducK
actually
versus Grayson.
it's actually better than most pro games I've seen. You can take that to the bank. I mean,
Yeah,
the little one, Destiny, all that shit.
they
Nothing.
wouldn't stand a chance.
Nothing. Mm-mm.
That shit wouldn't fly in GSL.
No way. So I guess we should introduce ourselves. I'm Josh Neutral Chaotic Duke, and this is Nick Cervantes Brown.
Indeed, are the two long distance league members.
Yeah, we're casting coast to coast. Well, I guess coast and central.
Coast to Midwest.
Coast and Midwest, you know.
Yeah,
Um,
Matt's Colossi.
so yeah, we have a lot of banter between the two of them. We do see ducK going with his pretty standard.
The perfect build,
yeah,
according to him.
He's going for his perfect build, and I do have to say that I don't think anyone's really come up with a way to crack this build yet in our league. For better or
Yeah.
worse.
Well, like we said, his only loss so far has come when he was not doing the build.
Yeah, basically it's a hatch first, quick expansion, and then he throws down a whole bunch of spine crawlers to basically fend off any early aggression. So
And then all 4 gas, and then units.
now this could be a little bit harder of a map to pull that off on because there are 2 fairly wide openings right here. And there's actually a third if you can break down the destructible rocks, but
Absolutely. This one's difficult to wall off. I will point out again, Crazian proved that one quite succinctly.
we keep bringing them up. But
I know, it's just so fun to talk about.
Yeah, yeah. Crazian's obviously in here spectating the game.
All right, and from Brotoss, we see the double racks factory. He has 1 gas at the moment. I think, actually, I don't think I've ever seen the Brotoss put down the factory this quickly so far. It's mostly been about early MMM.
And I would suppose that if you got out like an early siege tank, it would do pretty well against the 2 spine crawlers. But then again, if all ducK has to do is get out a whole bunch of zerglings, so we'll see how this goes. It should be really interesting. I wonder if he's going to do any kind of like tech switching here. He does have the tech lab down, and he decides to go for Hellions, which Hellions are going to be good against the drone line if you can rush past the spine crawlers, but he is going to take some damage, and you're probably going to have to get at least 4 out to really do anything serious here. So,
Yeah, absolutely. Though we also see the starport going down. He may be doing like Hellion drops, which can be incredibly effective against Zerg mineral workers.
yeah, it's almost like he's doing like a 1-1-1, but there's an extra barracks thrown in there. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. We were joking about this before the game, but there is a very serious window of opportunity to attack this build, and if you don't handle that, if you can't hit that window, then you're going to be in pretty serious trouble.
Absolutely, and you're going to just end up way behind economically, which we can already see happening. 30 harvesters to 22. Though again, ducK does not have any gas as yet. He usually gets it actually pretty close to now, I would think.
And sorry for accidentally putting up the 8 p.m. there, but it was kind of interesting to see that ducK is at 100 and... Well, he was at 100. Wow, and he loses a Hellion. Wow, that's not good. It'll be interesting to see where he goes next. ducK's throwing down the Roach Warren.
I'm watching his camera now to see if he's going to see the fire hitting those rocks, but I don't think he's looking over in that direction right now.
That is going to take a long time to break down those rocks, though. And there will be plenty of roaches out by that point. So, like I said, the thing about this build...
Oh, ducK has definitely seen the fire hitting the rocks. He's rallying his roaches over there, I think, or maybe a queen. I wasn't really...
He's probably just moved his rally points, and I would imagine...
Oh, he just moved his overlord to go watch it. Never mind.
Yeah.
I'm pro scatter over here.
So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Obviously, roaches are going to do pretty good work against all these, except for marauders, and Brotoss doesn't really have that many marauders right now, so... I don't know.
And there's just a little more trash talk.
Yeah, obviously the Brotoss is trying to turn these rocks into molten lava and just, you know, let them roll down the hill in a kind of fiery goo, obviously. But
And we see our first medevac coming in. I think he's loading it up. It looks like we're going to have a drop attempt here.
oh, and that's going to be actually pretty big, except for this
It
overlord.
depends on if it flies past it. No, it's flying to the right.
Yeah, I think this
question
overlord is
is-
going to spot it. Where is it?
Oh, yeah, it's going to fly right
Oh,
past that
no.
overlord. Which is just unfortunate for
And
Brotoss.
ducK is throwing down a baneling's nest right now. Wow, that's a lot of spine crawlers. That's going to be tough to break. So it'll be interesting because ducK doesn't actually have that many units. So the Brotoss is going to have a pretty good window to...
All right, and sorry, I was just now watching ducK's camera. He did not notice the red dot fly across his overlord. I don't think he expects this to be coming.
Yeah, I was going to say, he has no units right now, basically. I mean, he has 4 queens and 11 overlords and 42 drones. So the thing about this build is that you build units retroactively after you see someone. So if this first drop can do enough damage, it could be...
It really needs to go now, though, and it looks like Brotoss may be hesitating.
Yeah, this might not actually be too bad, depending on where these roaches go for ducK. Uh-oh, this is going to be bad. Never mind. He's going to drop just around the same time all these roaches come out.
And ducK just now sees the roaches are popping and turning around.
And, you know, it's not going to be awful. How many...
He killed one worker and one
Yeah,
unit.
It's not really worth
So
it.
not a very effective... It did distract the workers for a little while, but ultimately...
Yeah, and he definitely didn't lose any units, which is another huge thing. The siege tanks should actually do pretty good against the roaches when they try and break down the door, but I mean, ducK's going to be grabbing his third sometime soon. He's already floating way... not way too many, but, you know, a ton of minerals.
Yeah, and his creep is like getting out into the middle of the map. I really like this evolution chamber wall off to cut off one of those paths.
Yeah.
But yeah, we sorry.
No,
go ahead.
It's a conversational casting, you know? We're just talking.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, I was just saying that Matt is going back into his macro
It's interesting that he's
style
grabbing
play.
Vikings. I guess he's
And the drop is going to catch the third. ducK will have to cancel that.
Nice.
And that is an excellent delay.
Yeah, and the roaches are going to come back too, so that's going to delay the...
But the drone gets away with 5 health.
Yeah.
And that pulls the roaches back so that they halts that attack for now.
And I mean, I guess the thing is, like, that hatchery really is only for, like, larvae at that point. Like, I mean, ducK has so many resources that he's not spending. It's kind of amazing that he isn't just massing, like, zerglings or roaches or something like that, you know? Like,
Absolutely. If we look at the army supply tab, we see Brotoss has well over twice ducK's supply. He's got 2 tanks now, 2 Vikings, and a pretty sizable MMM here. And I really wish that we could see this whole army moving out instead of just this one dropship.
I think he's worried about this first roach push. And this little drop can do a lot of damage. It's denying the third effectively right now. So, I don't know. ducK is getting the macro hatch, so that's going to be bad. Oh, and
We also have 48 Zerglings popping.
This is going to be really bad timing.
Yes.
Because these rocks are about to go down, and I don't think that...
Well, he moved out his tanks and everything. I think his tanks will make mincemeat of these roaches if he sets up.
Now he does.
Wait.
He needs the siege. He needs the
Where's
siege.
the siege?
There it
There,
is.
there it is.
Okay, so this is good.
And the roaches are barely in. Yep, they're going to get a few shots off on the roaches,
Hey, man.
soften them up a little bit.
It's free shots, and those siege tanks are going to do work against
And
the
ducK
roaches.
is going to have to pull back because there's just no way he can run up that ramp in time.
And you know what? That's exactly what the Brotoss needed to do. I mean, he's still like really far behind in the economy department, but I mean, the beauty of the Protoss, or oh my god, the beauty of Terran is that with these orbital command centers, he can drop down mules. I'm surprised he hasn't done that yet, and really just boost his economy like right.
Well, he's
away.
been scouting pretty regularly with this orbital command, which is really important, particularly against ducK, just because he spreads out so much. And we see him putting down his third hatch again. Let's see, the drop is going for the main this time, it looks like.
And this is interesting. ducK is grabbing his third and fourth expansion, and he's also throwing down a Spire. So I assume that he's going to be trying to counter the air. I don't know how good that's going to be against the Marines, but man, that's some good creep spread right there.
Absolutely, and we see Brotoss has his nice little army moving up, but obviously ducK's going to have full vision of that.
Yeah, and his
big
army supply is not too much better than ducK's right now. I mean, I would imagine that ducK is going to just mass units pretty soon. Although he is almost supply capped, and we were talking earlier, and he was saying one of the things...
Oh, now he's not.
Oh, he's not. Okay. Now
He just
he's
hatched
maxed.
4 Overlords.
Never mind.
Yep, so, wow. ducK's up to 5 hatches, or will be shortly.
Yeah.
The Brotoss just really needs to start moving this little force around and scouting for those. Looks like he's going to run, right into the Banelings and Spine Crawlers.
That could have been really bad. Do these have the... Yep.
And they're moving out. Here go the Banelings.
Oh,
and they are just going to destroy everything.
Oh my god, that's so bad. And, oh no. This might actually be game right here.
Oh, wow. Yeah, there's just nothing. Let's see, how much do we have back here? 2 more tanks and a handful of Marine Marauders.
I mean, this might actually hold it off for a little while. I'm surprised he isn't more aggressively situating the siege tanks further up, but yeah, I'm pretty sure this base is going to die unless he floats.
He really needs to lift off this command center if he's going to save it.
Wow,
there we go.
He saves it at the last second. He's going to lose some SCVs, but overall, I don't think it was that bad of a trade-off. And
now we see 2 starports going down. This is going to turn into an air battle pretty quickly, I believe.
And you know what? We asked for an epic game, and so far this is turning out to be a pretty well-matched series. Or I guess
Absolutely.
first game, but, you know. Both players don't really want to, commit a full army, but it's going to be pretty tense when they finally clash. So...
Absolutely. We've been seeing a lot of excellent play, counterplay. We have 2 Vikings hanging out at the 4th, and it looks like they're going to do some harass on the drones. I wonder if the Brotoss kind of forgot about his medevac over here, because he could be killing the 3rd at the same time.
Oh, and this is going to be good. He's going to snipe a lot of drones.
Well,
here comes the
we got
mutas, though.
3 of them. Oh, and here come the mutas are going to just destroy them.
But
Way too many.
It was only 2, and he did get some pretty good workers killed.
Okay. We see some 2 missile turrets going down. I like that read.
Yeah. Definitely.
And tech labs and 1 tech lab and 2 reactors on his starports. So we might be seeing some Banshee Viking combination going on.
Yeah. Maybe some Thors even eventually. I'm surprised he hasn't put out at least 1. He has the money. Well, he doesn't have the gas for it. I guess that's where he's struggling.
Yeah, which is where this lack of expansions have been killing him, especially
Sorry, go ahead.
The longer ducK has his, he's got his 3rd starting to get saturated now, and he'll start working on his 4th soon. And the longer this goes on, the more it's just going to be in ducK's favor, unfortunately.
Yeah, but I mean, when it comes down to a 200 army, if the Brotoss just really plays well, and just micros his army fairly well. Oh, we got some mutas moving out. It's quite a large number of mutas. 22 mutas now total, and
the Brotoss did his drop, did a little bit of harass, didn't really kill anything, and the mutas are just going to hunt down that annoying medevac from earlier.
Let's drop the rest of these units. Nope. And all those Marines go into the abyss.
What was the achievement for that again? Kill a full supply drop?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure ducK just nailed that achievement. So So we do see the Brotoss switching a little bit to anti-air. We have 4 Vikings coming, 2 already on the field. That's definitely not going to be enough, though, against these mutas. But
yeah, we're looking at... ducK just split his muta force in half. I'm not sure if that was his intention.
Yeah, and I like the idea of grabbing this third, but it's about to get just ruined by these mutas, and there's really nothing that the Brotoss can do about it.
Yeah. Nope, ducK's going to take...
Yeah,
he just canceled it, but again, he only has these missile turrets, which are... All ducK needs to really do is fly past or take out one really fast.
Surprisingly large amount of damage to mutas, and now he does have his entire army right here. The Vikings do outrange the mutas. I'm kind of surprised that he's not using that, but he does repel the mutas. He got some pretty good kills there.
He's got 4 more Vikings in the army now too, so this is actually, I think he's going to be okay for a while here.
Yeah.
But you can see, I mean, he just does not have enough gas to get into these higher tier units.
Well, and I think the bigger issue too is that now the creep highway is all the way to his second, his natural, and basically his third. So
one thing I really wish we had seen was a Raven come out and then picking off some of those creep tumors. And here comes ducK's big attack. He's got Zerglings and mutas.
Oh no.
Oh, poor positioning on the tanks with no backup.
The ramp is still open. Oh, okay, he's going to move his army down.
And there they go up and
down
and down. And
I think he has.
Well, he's actually got the roaches in a nice little choke.
Yeah,
it just needs to keep.
Hold this.
Did he lose all of? Were those 2 tanks all he had there? I guess so.
All the tanks, but I mean, he does have a ton of Vikings.
Oh, it's really hard to see who's winning this battle. It looks like the Vikings are making mincemeat of the mutas, but there's just so many of them.
Oh man, there is a missile turret in the background doing pretty good amounts of damage.
And the Vikings are down. We still have about 8 mutas, 9, 10 mutas.
Marines. I don't know why he's not just churning out Marines right now.
Oh, we have a second batch of 11 mutas coming in to rejoin the fight, and I think that's going to be... Oh, what a valiant effort, but I think that's it.
Yeah, I definitely think this is going to be a game. But like you said, this was a really good game, and really looking forward to game 2 now.